Brother Paul said this concerning the people in Rome. Romans chapter 10 verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved. They thought they were saved, but Brother Paul said these guys are not saved. They think they are, but they are not. So my prayer and desire for them is that they might be saved. Next verse. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Somebody can be zealous about the things of God ignorantly. Somebody can be committed, excited, dedicated to the things of God ignorantly. I bear them record that these people have a zeal. They are passionate. They are excited. They are committed to the things of God ignorantly, but not according to knowledge. They fast, they pray, they clap their hand, they shake their head, but not according to knowledge. Increasing in the knowledge of God. This I pray, that your love may abound in knowledge, the eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you may know the acknowledging of every good thing that is in you, because you are in Christ. Increasing in the knowledge of God, that you will grow into the fullness of the knowledge of God, not just trial and error. I pray for them that they may be saved, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Many of us were born into religion, and that has been the greatest undoing of many people. You are born into religion, and because you were born into religion, a lot was driven into you called the fear of God. A lot of teaching on the fear of God. You must fear God, you must fear God. You know, all of that was drummed into your mentality. Everybody grew up with that kind of mindset, and there's a lot of ignorance around that, because most of the parents we had didn't have the knowledge of God according to the scriptures, but they had a religious idea of God. Some of the churches we attended as we grew up in our formation years, there was no accurate knowledge of God, but they had a religiosity that sounded pious and looked like God. So we grew up with that. We were formed with all of that. So and some of us, our knowledge of God is what our mother told us, and some of us, our knowledge of God is what our grandfather told us, because he was a good man, and for us, a good man is a man that fears God. So everything he says about God formed our mindset concerning God. So we grew up with minds that are already set and thoughts that are already formed on who God is and who God ought to be. I bear them record that they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. We were taught a lot of things in CRK, in our schools, by teachers who didn't even know Christ, and they helped to form our belief system. And to make matters worse, we now combine it with religiosity that we obtained from churches where we grew in, where God is not known. So somehow we have a distorted mindset of God. Distorted. Because when knowledge is not accurate, then knowledge is distorted. And when a man has a distorted idea of God, it informs how he sees God, it informs how he relates with God, and it informs how he receives from God. It affects how he sees God, it affects how he relates with God, it affects how he receives from God, because your mindset concerning God determines whether you even receive anything from God or not.